hit the record button. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Chad, and I'm just super, super pumped to get this opportunity. It's funny. This is like one of the things that you kind of dream about when you first get started. I remember very first time meeting this guy. If you guys could making a bunch of noise, could you just mute out a little bit? That'd be awesome. But anyway, so back 3 years ago, about 3 years exactly, I was just kind of getting started in my business. And I went to an event and I was kind of, starstruck. I saw this guy on stage with this curly long hair. And I think they'd already done about 100 million at that time in sales. And, all these people were going across stage making all this crazy money. And I was like, man, I just want to be on stage. I just want to meet this guy. I want to be able to hang out with him. And over the last 3 years, I've been at every event, and me and Dave have got to know each other more and more. And he's done more and more sales with this company, and more. And they've done almost $200 million and helped thousands of people make money on the internet and transform their life. And I'm just so blessed and grateful and everything for what he's been able to do for us, the vision that he's painted for us, and the opportunity that he's given people to be able to go out there and just change their life forever. And I'm just super humbled to actually have him on my Zoom, being able to talk to my team and help you guys realize what a big of an opportunity you have right now, and what kind of you're at the bottom floor of something so big, and a lot of you don't even really realize it. And some of you guys are just guests, just kind of checking it out, seeing what this is all about. And I'm just super, super excited to have him come out here and kind of show you guys what the possibilities are, and what you could do, and what you could do if you really ran with us in the next month, 21 days, 90 days, year. But Dave, you can take it over.
Yeah, sure. I'll pop in. I might have to smack some bugs here in a second. I've got mosquitoes flying around here. I had the doors open in my office for hours. But hello everybody. It's nice to meet you. And real quick here, just so I know, there's a handful of people on here right now. But how many of you actually know my story already and know some background on me? I don't know who does, who doesn't. If you do, type yes. If you don't, type no. Either one's fine. And what I want to do actually is I want to show you some things that if you actually click, by the way, yes, you do. I know Chad does. There's a chat. It's on the bottom of the screen. If you hover over it, you can click the bubble, and you can respond in there if you've never used Zoom Hangouts. So what I want to do is I actually want to show you guys some history, and also talk a little bit about what that has to do with where we are and what's coming, okay? And if you guys listen and you pay attention to this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically paint a picture for you on what it's possible for you to do really over the next 45 days. And then after that, what it's possible for you to do over the next 6 months to a year, okay? And to do that, let me go into this just for the couple people here that aren't really that familiar with me, okay? I know there's a handful that didn't respond. I got started trying to build a business from home back in 2009. When I got started, I was broke, homeless, and living in a van. And this is actually when I started on the internet, excuse me. I'd been trying to build businesses offline. If you can't hear Havan or Javon, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, which of course you can't hear me. Somebody else who'd say there is sound. So Chad, if you want to just type that in the comments, he needs to adjust something on his computer. And so I got started originally trying to build a business from home offline, 2002, failed for 7 years. And then I got started online in 2009. And when I got started online, I was so broke from trying to run businesses from home that I didn't have a home. I was living in a van. It was a green 1996 Dodge Caravan, and I was parking it on public beaches in Hawaii. And originally I was doing it on purpose because I thought it was kind of funny to live in a van. And then what happened is I couldn't find work because I didn't have an address. And so because I couldn't find work, I had to live in the van. So it was one of those catch-22 things. that was definitely an interesting experience. But what happened is I actually ran out of money entirely. And then I started getting police tickets for sleeping in my car. And then I got fired from my job because I was late all the time. And then I had no money left at all. And so what happened to me is I hit a rock bottom in my life. And that was in 2009. And it was a financial rock bottom. I wasn't depressed or anything. I just was angry. I was angry at myself. And the reason is because I was 28 years old. I was broke, right? And I didn't want to be 38 and broke. I didn't want 10 years to go by in my life and just be broke after 10 years of doing the same thing that I'd been doing before. I thought it was a foolish path, right? And so I got started building a business online. And what happened is this. My first month, I went out, I made like all my energy, all my effort to make sales, and I made like $15. My second month, though, I kind of figured things out. I was really frustrated after month one. I wanted to quit. And I didn't quit, right? I pulled myself together and kept going, even though I was making no money. I'd moved into my parents' house to use their internet connection. I borrowed $150 from my mom to get a laptop. So a PC, not a Mac. And I had an $8 webcam, and that was how I started my business on the internet in 2009. And then I managed to find the software that I needed to make like screen shares and videos, and I didn't really know what I was doing at all, right? I had to buy like a million tools. I borrowed money to buy those tools. I borrowed money to get started. And basically I was just in a hole. I was frustrated, living in my parents' house, 28 years old and married, and it just sucked, right? Well, I figured things out month two. So month two, I actually made like $3,000, okay? And that was better. It was like more money than I'd ever made from a home business, really, especially that fast, right? And then the next month, though, things really came together. And I learned some skills. And what happened the next month after that is I hold on, let me get people out. What happened the next month after that actually is I had a breakthrough. I was making $300 a day. And I did that for like 2-3 weeks in the month. And then I had another breakthrough later in the month. And I actually had a night where I made more than $12,000 in one night. And that month I made more than $30,000 altogether. So I was making $300 a day, $500 a day. And then I had this massive breakthrough. And then I made $20,000 in a week, and it was like $500 to $1,000 a day. And then the next month after that, I made like $40,000, right? And then the next year, 2010, I moved to Costa Rica. I lived on the beach for a while. Then I moved into a beach home in Costa Rica where I worked for the next 2 years. And 2010, I made it was like somewhere between $300,000 and $400,000. I don't know exactly. I'd have to look at my tax returns. And then the next year after that, I made close to $700,000. Okay, and that was in 2011. So end of 2011, I was frustrated because I wasn't really helping enough people succeed. I wanted to help bigger numbers of people, right? And I don't know if you guys have ever been in a spot like that. Maybe not quite the same spot, but probably a spot like that where it's like what you're doing is working, but it's not working big enough, and you know it could be bigger, right? So that's where I was in 2011, and I wanted to help a lot of people. So I started a company called Empower Network. I actually don't know if a lot of you are already in Empower Network or you've been in Empower Network in the past. And so if you guys have been in Empower Network and you're in the chat and you could type, or you're in it now, could you type yes or yes, I've been in it? Or you could type no. It doesn't really matter either way. Because I'm going to be talking about what we're doing right now, and Empower Network's a good reference point for that. And what I'm going to be talking about right now is I'm going to be talking about Project Titan. Okay, and what that is. But in order to really explain what it is, I need to explain what Empower is and the history so you know, okay? So a bunch of people, and then there's some people not responding, and it's okay if you don't respond. It's just good to get a feedback from the general group. So let me actually describe what happened, okay? So I launched Empower 2011, and the idea was just to help people make money really fast, right? Which we did. We went out, and month one, we had like 20 people over $10,000, right? A few people over $20,000 and $30,000. And we did over $1 million in sales, right? Now, here's the cool thing, right? We did the next 12 months, right? Like about $30 million in sales, right? We helped a bunch of people make a lot of money. The next year after that, we did like $70 million in sales. And now altogether, we've done Empower Network close to $200 million in sales and have been around nearly 5 years, right? But the reasons why we're able to go that big are really actually specific. And if you understand why we're able to do that, you're going to understand what we're doing right now and how big it is and how important it is to take action in a different way. And if I sound a little tired, I am. I've been like on nonstop hangouts here for the last few days, connecting with people. And so let me actually show you guys something. And this is something that I've been showing people the last couple of days, but I've never really showed people this before. What I want to do is I want to show you lifetime earnings of people in power. Now, this is actually missing about 30 or 40% of our volume from early times, just because we didn't have as good record systems. We had to build new ones when we started a company because we didn't know how to run a company. So this is people that have earned like over 27 grand in power, right? Now, you might think it's a handful of people, right? And that's normally actually what you'd run into online. But I actually want to show this to you, right? It's like not like 1 or 2 people or even 50, right? This is like an army of people. And this is over 27 grand. If I extended the list out to people over 10 grand or over like 20 grand, these are actually real people, right? It's not like I didn't just make this up, right? This is in the control panel area that I have access to, right? So now we're up to people over 70 grand in commissions, 80 grand in commissions, 90 grand, 100 grand in commissions, 110, 120, 130, right? And this is literally hundreds and hundreds of people. This is not like 1 or 2 people even now that we're over 200 grand, right? And this is like a lot of people making a lot of money, like way more than anybody thinks. Like I've helped over 40,000 people earn commissions online. This is not like 1 or 2 people. Most of those people, it's the first time they've ever made money ever, right? So that's me. Mine's actually like close to 8, but it's missing. And that's an affiliate position. It's not like a company thing, right? So in any case, this is 500 people over 27,400, right? So that's the Power Network history, right? That's like ridiculous, okay? Now, just as a thing, let me actually show you this here at the top. Hold on, okay? If you look here, okay, this is over $1 million. Now, it's missing 2 people we took out of the records because we didn't want to display them on leaderboards and stuff, right? But they're still there. They're just not on this chart. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people. So we actually have 15. Over $1 million. And I only want to count the people over $500,000, over 250,000, right? And if you look at that, I have a guy that's a friend. His name's Ed. He lives in Costa Rica, actually like 5 minutes that way. And he's built teams of like millions of people in network marketing, right? In traditional network marketing. Really good networker. And, millions of people. We brought in maybe 350,000, 400,000 people over the years. And in that time, he's done over almost $1 billion in sales, about $850 million in sales. And he's helped 8 people earn over $1 million. And if you look at the rest of the earnings across this organization, they're not anywhere near this, okay? Anywhere close to this many people. That's almost $1 billion in sales, more than 4 times the sales that we've done for way less people earning money, right? So why is that? Well, there's some reasons for that, right? Part of it's how we do things. Part of it is some stuff that we know that's different, okay? And so see our income disclosure for all that, guys. This is just like historical stuff. I'm not promising you're going to do anything, right? It's just what we've done. Now, how do we do that? If you guys click speaker view, I think that you actually have to do it. You can actually get a video of me and you can see easier what's on my board, okay? But I think you have to do it on that. I still haven't figured out how to control everyone's screens like this. So let me actually show you this, okay? Really simple. And I'm going to be on here like 20 minutes. Okay? I want to basically explain this to everybody so you understand what's coming. Okay? And I would talk longer, but I don't want to lose my voice because I got to talk all day tomorrow too. All right, so check this out. Number one thing you have to do something like that is you have to have a mass market. Okay? 1. Number 2, right? You have to have a system to sell what you're selling in that mass market. I would say products first, but if you have products and you don't have a good system, it doesn't matter, right? Because the system has to do 3 things. Number 1, you have to be able to have people with no technical skill be able to sell. Number 2, you have to have people with no sales ability be able to sell. Number 3, you have to have people with no charisma be able to sell and build teams, right? Number 4, right? I'm forgetting something here because I'm tired. So I'll put tech, sales, and charisma. That's what the system has to do, right? Oh, I'm going to put number 4, right? You have to be able to make money within your first 24 hours, right? Now, not everybody's going to make money in 24 hours, but if your system can't do that, you can't grow fast, right? See, what most people on the internet do is this, right? Is you get started, right? And then what you do is you don't start into action, you start into education, right? And then after you get into education, you go into confusion. And then to solve the confusion, you have more upsells. And then that creates more confusion, so you need mentoring. And then the people, they quit before they ever make money, right? It's not very efficient, right? And that's usually what happens though, isn't it? So this is actually the better way to do things, right? Is this. Now, we still want to have the education, we still want to have the internet marketing training, but you have to have a system that basically does this. You have a rep, right, an affiliate. They get a new person started, they recruit a new affiliate. I'll just say this person is new. This person gives a simple plan. And because the simple plan is so fast and simple, they get into action immediately, right? Because of the immediate action, they make money in their first 2 or 3 days before they know what's going on. The money gets them excited. They upgrade and they buy more products. And then what happens is, because they're bringing people in and they have social proof, they want to learn new skills. So then they start studying, they start learning new skills. Because they learn new skills, they start recruiting big numbers. That's actually a better model, right? And so different model than the way most people do things online, and the info marketers definitely don't do that, but it's what systems do. So in any case, we'll go into number 3. Okay? What else do you need? You need great products, right? Now, what kind of products do you need? You need products that serve the market you're in, right? Now, this goes into Empower and positives and negatives, right? Which Empower will continue to thrive, right? For a long time, right? Probably forever, right? But Empower is also very specific in what it is, right? And it's fine that it's specific, but it also is limited because we have a market that we can explain it to really easy. We have a market we can sell it to really easy, right? And this is actually what we have. We have a market, okay? Say that market is a few $100 million in size. Hold on a second, right? Let me explain it like this. And the thing is with that market, the products makes tons of sense and they're easy to explain. We have a market of a certain group of people. And then once we get outside that market, explaining it's very difficult, right? Because what happens is that somebody says, well, what is it? And we say, well, we sell a blogging platform. And they say, what's blogging, right? And we say, well, it's a website. And they say, well, I don't have a website, right? Now, this is like outside the market. I'm not talking about inner market. Inner market, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, right? But if you go outside of our market, we have to explain everything, right? Everything, right? And some of the things never make sense to people ever outside the market. See, if we're in the market, they say, what do you sell? And we say, well, we sell training to teach people how to build big teams and network marketing. They say, oh, okay, that makes sense. And if we go outside the market, they say, what do you sell? We sell training on how to build big teams to, people in network marketing. They say, what's network marketing? We say, well, network marketing is a business where you sell products. And they say, what kind of products do they sell? They sell like these products we sell. So you sell products and how to sell your products and how to sell your products, right? And it gets into like a never-ending confusion loop for a new person trying to explain it. I'm not saying I can't explain it. This is the problems we actually run into in the company, right? For growth. So what happens is that we have like a market that's this big, but we have a dream that's like 10 times bigger than that. That's the actual problem, right? It's not that we can't do lots of sales and we can't help people make money, right? So what we wanted to do is we wanted to add a lot of new markets, right? And that's the essential purpose of Project Titan, right? Which gets us into where we are right now and what we really are, right? So Project Titan is something essentially that doesn't have this market capacity limitation that we have in Empower. It just doesn't, right? Everything that we do there is like 10 times more mass market than what Empower Network is, right? And right now we're not really presenting it like that. We're presenting it as a pre-launch thing on purpose, okay? And a lot of people don't really get what we're even doing right now. And if you've not looked at Project Titan, it's fine. But if you don't get in, you need to get in like right now, right? And I'm not saying that to pressure you. I'm not saying that because you need to do something because I told you to do it. Just if you don't get in it, you're going to miss out, right? You're big time, right? And because we're actually closing the cart tomorrow night, and we're going to take a group of people, train it, reopen the cart in a different way, and then we're putting a more mass market message out. And I'll talk about that as we go along, right? But so that gets into the products, right? So the products, they have to serve this market, and the bigger the market is, the more people it can touch, and the easier it is to sell those products in that market, the bigger you can be and the faster you can grow. The system has to do all of that, right? So you basically, what you have to do is you have to reduce the knowledge required to succeed to like this big. So if you think about it like this, okay, this is actually when I really learned what we do. Okay. It was 2010. I was making like 30 grand a month, 40 grand a month, 50 grand a month in 2010. And I met this guy that was in a company that I was in years ago. His name was Shai. Shai had a team of 50 or 60,000 people. I'll say 60,000 because I can't remember the exact numbers, so don't quote me exactly if you're from Native, right? 60,000 people. And I was like, that was mind-numbing to me. Now, I was actually making more money than him at the time because of what I just described earlier, because he was doing normal network marketing. I was selling info products, and the info market products, they make more money, right? There's like higher margins in info products than there is in vitamins, right? Vitamins, you can only pay this much commissions, and info products, you can pay twice or 3 times that much commissions. And so you just make more money, right? So I was making more money than this guy, and he had a way bigger team. So I said, tell me how your business works. And he says, well, I have 60,000 people. And I said, how often do you need to replace those people? Like, how many people do you replace every 6 months? And he's like, oh, you wouldn't even believe it if I told you. And I was like, well, tell me, right? So he's like, if I don't replace, I think what he said was 8,000 people a month. Like, he needs to replace 8,000 people a month or his organization shrinks. So that means that in 6 months, to stay the exact same size, in 6 months, he needs to bring in 6 times 8, 48,000 people, right? So that means he's replacing like 80% of his team every 6 months, right? That's like mass attrition. Now that's vitamins, right? So vitamins have a little bit worse attrition than other things. They're like the worst of anything, right? But skincare's better, makeup's better, sex toys is better, everything is better than selling vitamins, right? But like, here's the thing, right? I can explain why, but I don't want to get into it. It's just an awful business to be in network marketing, right? So here's the thing, right? For 48,000 people every 6 months. Now, most people would see that and they would say, you know, God, right? He must be working hard. Well, not really, right? Here's the thing that he knows. It's a little bit different, okay? This is important even though we don't have attrition this bad. It's important to understand the principle that comes from this, which is you have to teach things to people that all these brand new people can do fast enough to replace themselves before they quit, right? That's how you have to get people started, or your organization has no ability to grow at all, right? Now, that might seem like a really simple rudimentary concept, but just people on the internet just don't get it, right? And some people do. We've done it, which is why we've gotten this big and why we produce this many checks. Most of those people don't even know how they made that money. They're just completely confused by it and can't recreate it no matter what they do, right? If they're not still in, they can't recreate it. They have no idea how they made that money. I'm actually one of the only people that understands how they made that money, right? And they don't know how they did it, right? So they went off, they try to do other things, and then they come back, and they go off, and they try to do it, and they can't figure it out, right? So in any case, what you do, it's like with a baby. You don't take a baby and give them a calculus calculator and say, you need to pass this math test. You know, they got to learn to, poop in a toilet first, and walk, right? And so what we do when we start people, we have to do things in a way that can expand rapidly and attractively, right? With people that are brand new. Does it make sense? Okay, if it makes sense, type yes to market, right? So that's what a system is supposed to do. And a culture, that's what they're for. It's for this, right? Because if you try to do this, there's no way you're going to be able to do it, because what you have to do has to be simple. So it goes into products. The more mass market they are, the easier to explain they are, the bigger and the more rapidly you can sell them to more people. Now, we want to do that in a way where we can make money fast, which brings us to the next thing. You have to be able to make money fast and stable. If you can't do that, right? And by money, what do I mean? Do I mean like 100,000 a month? No, right? Because that's so outside the imagination of almost everybody, right? Like if I go and I show you, let's check this out, okay? Watch this. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I think, no, other screen. I'll make this bigger. All right, check this out. So this is Project Titan commissions that people have earned since we've launched it. And I'll get to the screen here in a second. Those of you who are on the phone, you won't be able to see this, but I think chat's recording. Check this out. See our income disclosure for all this stuff I'm showing to you. So this is in 18 days, okay? What do you see at first? You see things that are completely unrelatable, right, is what you see, right? I mean, it's like yeah, Chad might get excited, but the more normal person, they see this, they don't even believe it. You know what I mean? Like they don't believe it at all. They're like, yeah, whatever, $180,000 in 18, whatever, it's like $10,000 a day. You can't do that. Right? Most people, that's what they think, right? You go down 48,000 in 18 days, yeah, whatever. 40, yeah, whatever. But then what happens is you go down, right? And then you're like, all these people are making money, and you've got like, 36 people over $5,000 in 18 days, right? And all of a sudden people start to believe this because they're like, that's more than I make at work. Maybe somebody makes $3,500 a month at work and they see 5,000 and they're like, that's 18 days. That's more than I make, and I have a master's or something, right? So all of a sudden you go down here and everybody believes it, right? And it's like, okay, over 2,000 in a month. Wow, that's good money for part-time, right? And you're like, how many people? Well, 66 people out of how many? Well, that's 66 people out of 900 something that have joined, which is a pretty high percent, right? Earning over $2,000. Then you go down and it's like, over $1,000, and you're like, these people have made $1,000 in commissions. And you're like, yeah, how many people? 111 people, pretty good. You go down, right? And it's like all these people have earned over $997, and it's like 151 people, right? And you go down, and it's like all these people have earned over $300, and this $300 commission is something new we just added, right? 180 people, right? This is 20% of the people that have joined Project Titan have earned at $300 or more, right? So it's like, that makes it believable for people, right? Does it make sense? So like, it doesn't have to be massive commissions people are earning. It's just that what they're doing has to be able to connect with the audience to be able to make it grow, right? So you got to make money that fast and stable, because if you do that, then you can use that social proof to grow, right? Does it make sense? Everybody on here? And so we had all these elements in Empower when we launched in 2011. So what did we do, and what was the launch path, right? Well, what we did was this, okay, is we have a launch path for Empower where we got together. It was like around October. I don't remember the exact day, so I'm going to be, some of this stuff is like guessing because my memory is not perfect in this. So I think it was like October 15th. We got together with this is 2011, okay? We got together with like a pre-launch group, okay? And we taught them what to do, and we had them in a room, right? And there was 35 of them, 35 people, okay? Everybody got in. We took those 35 people, and for the next 2 weeks, we did a pre-launch, okay, like we're doing now. And in that 2 weeks, we gathered maybe 250 people, okay? Had a couple $100,000 in orders, right? And then we went live with something that was more for the public, okay? And month one, in 31 days, we brought in like 8,900 people, right? Like that fast, right? And then since that time, we've grown into maybe 350,000 people, right? Now, this is the thing that everybody here needs to understand, right? Because Project Titan is actually a new brand. Because we decided, like, this is what I was thinking about, okay? I was like, well, I'm going to keep growing with Empower, right? Obviously. But how do I help these people make more money? Well, it's like we got to expand the markets they can market to internally so they can stay together as teams if they're doing it and make more money, right? So what we did, we launched this brand, Project Titan, and I'll talk about what we're doing a little bit, but if you guys haven't reviewed the info, you just need to review the info because I don't want to repeat a bunch of stuff that's in videos, and there's not really a lot of time we've got, but this is urgent, okay? So Project Titan has done what, okay? So we've been in pre-launch, we'll say 18 days. We're shutting that off tomorrow night, midnight Eastern time. It's your last chance to order a pre-launch, okay? In this phase, there'll be 2 more phases of pre-launch, okay? So you got till midnight Eastern time tomorrow, and if you're thinking about ordering before that, you're not thinking right. You need to be thinking about starting tonight and making money by tomorrow. You can do that, right? Now here's the thing. So we go in pre-launch, 18 days. We've brought in pre-launch at full price, like 940 something. I'll just say 40 because I don't know how many, right? I can actually check how many people we're bringing. Well, I don't like to make stuff up. If I'm going to tell you something that's inaccurate, I don't like it. Let me actually look the numbers up. All right. Hold on 1 second. Just give me a minute and I will tell you the actual number. It is, let's see, people that have bought the Coach Masters course and we started, 19 days, excuse me. No, okay, a little more than that. I checked that earlier, it was like 940. Right now it's 985 people have locked in their spot in Project Titan, okay? under 1,000. Tonight we'll hit over 1,000. Tomorrow we'll probably hit like 1,200. We'll shut the card off, then we're gonna take everybody and train them. Why? Because this is what we've done before, it works, okay? And this is what's gonna happen, right? Right now, we're basically getting people in at full price for everything, which is a massive discount from what everybody will be buying this stuff at. And not a lot of people know that, right? You're getting like more than a third discount on that stuff, okay? Now here's the thing. What we're gonna do, we close, right? We're gonna take everybody, we're gonna train them. We're gonna do some training with people. And then when we reopen, we're gonna reopen for a short time. We're gonna gather some more people that want in. Maybe it'll be 500 people, 800 people, something like that, okay? And then we'll go out with like 2,000 people total. At this point, what we're gonna do is we're gonna launch a funnel out there that sells to the mass market, which right now our funnel is not doing, okay? Now, I'm not saying it's gonna be a perfect funnel. It's stuff in it will probably break, right? But this is what it is. And let me actually show this to you because I have access to this. So hold on a second, let me open this up. So, okay, yeah, I've got it, right? So I have got here, right? I have got here, let me show you my screen. For those of you who can see it. Let me just show the right screen. Got a million things open on my computer. Hold on a second. Where is it? Yeah, I'll just share my desktop, forget it. All right, so check this out, okay? So this is part of the offer we're selling, which is Kolatu Cloud, okay? I'll write this on here. Kolatu Cloud, okay, is a mass market tech product that fills the biggest need that I think exists in the marketplace, okay, for small business and marketing, right? So this here is, like everybody here, you're probably familiar with autoresponders like Aweber if you've been on the internet for a while. Most people are actually not familiar with autoresponders. The reason is they're too difficult to use, okay? So Kolatu Cloud, and this is like pre-launch access, the Leadership Council only has access to this right now because we're making sure that it's working right. And then we'll give everybody else access who's in the pre-launch sometime in the next week or two, okay? But we have, number one, you get your own email address with it. It's an autoresponder combined with contact manager, combined with video hosting, combined with webinar software that integrates to like everything that exists on the internet, right? Combined with HTML5 video hosting, all in one spot. Basically everything you need to run a business in one spot on the internet, right? It's a mass market product. It can be sold to anybody. And this was developed for us by a publicly traded technology company that we've been working on for a few years, okay? And the specific infrastructure for Kolatu Cloud has been worked on for 8 months, and it's a thing that we have access to, okay? So within that, we've got video, email, right? There's a company, guys, in this industry that does $70 million a year with nothing but video email, okay? And our video email system is actually better than theirs, right? And it's one thing that we've got. We're talking about something that you can sell literally to everyone, right? Everyone, right? And so this here is the technology end of the technology end of the product, and I can't really walk you through it honestly because I just got access, and I need a webinar where somebody actually walks me through this so I know how to explain everything in here because I could click on stuff and you could see it, right? But I haven't had the tutorial videos on this. I just helped with the conceptual design, right, for the things that we have. So if you look through this though, we have basically everything people are buying from different places online in one spot that's easy to use, right? And it's the coolest thing ever. So that's like a technology product, right? So our mass market funnel, what's it gonna do? Is it gonna sell people right into a high-end coaching funnel? No, right? What's it gonna sell? It's gonna sell a Kolatu Cloud, right? Why is it gonna do that? It's gonna sell Kolatu Cloud because Kolatu Cloud is low priced, easy to sell, and people will keep it, right? Like think about it like this, like in Power Network, we brought in 350,000, 400,000 people. How many people do you think would still be active if we had sold an autoresponder, right? People never cancel autoresponders, guys, right? Like with Kolatu Cloud, you can actually connect it with your Gmail account, right? And like literally it can manage and import all your emails in your Gmail account, and people could literally be emailing their contacts in their Gmail account within 10 minutes from start, right? I mean, we're talking about like stuff that Aweber, Infusionsoft, none of this shit can do, right? And so like we can get people using the product, right, and actually managing their contacts right from day one. People don't cancel stuff that manages their contacts, right? That's our technology product, right? So the front end is gonna sell like this, right? for a $47 offer that's, this is an affiliate funnel, right? This is what's going to happen, right? Now, this will include an affiliate fee plus a $27 price, right, for the Collective Cloud. $27, you'll pay 100% commission on that on the first month. And then this actually, because it's the technology, we have a hard cost, we'll pay lower commissions than the rest of the stuff in the funnel on a residual basis. But it's stable residual income, okay? Like, people don't cancel autoresponders. I will take a less residual income from something that's sticky over a very long time over something that people keep for 1 month and cancel all the time, okay? That makes sense, okay? We have a fixed cost of this stuff because we got to keep it competitive with Aweber and get response and stuff like this. It still pays good commissions, okay? Better than Aweber and stuff. So anyways, then this will go into a video series, right? And we're still working on exactly how this is going to be mapped out. This is going to be more in a public funnel. And this is going to sell into a 297. We'll have videos 1, 2, 3. It's going to sell people into like a $297 price point. You say, I want to join for that. It's not available, right? And you don't want to because you're actually going to, when we sell for this is actually part of a series of offers, guys. And if you buy that, you'll be missing the higher end commissions. Right now, you're getting everything at like a 30% discount, right? And it's closing tomorrow night, right? So it'll sell people into a $297 price point that'll get them in the coaching product, that'll get them the business building side of coaching. And what that'll do is that'll be a $47 affiliate fee there, and it'll be a $250 product. The $250 product will pay 100% commission. So you'll have 100% commission on the 27. You have 100% commission on 250, right? That'll be one time. And then after this, when somebody buys, they'll go into an upsell for the $997 product, right? And that will pay 100%. They'll pay 100% commission, right? And they'll have a downsell, probably a 3-pay option for downsell there. So altogether, people will actually be paying like a third to 50%, 60% more when we go live with our pre-launch funnel. Right now, you're buying all of this stuff for $997 plus a $97 affiliate fee, and that's our pre-launch offer that we've got, and we've got a 3-pay option that's going live, right? So what's going to happen is this. So when I come out with this offer here, and it's not going to be perfect again, this is going to be, but it's more mass market. I know how to build things like this, right? We're going to bring people in to this $47, right, price point, and we'll move big numbers fast. Like, I actually think month 1, what we're going to do is we're going to start this process, right, with maybe around 2,000 people. And what I actually believe will happen is I think month 1, in 1 month from doing this, I believe that we can add in, because our processes are working right now for so many people, I believe that we can add in 25,000 people in 30 days, right? It's actually what I think we can do, right? Now, might we not do that? Maybe not. Yeah. Like I've hit below my goals and then hit them later before. I mean, that happens. But the reality is that even if we do half of that, it's better than anything we've ever done. But I believe we can do it because the product is so good, right? So think about it like this, right? If somebody could come in, right, when they get in the funnel, they can taste it, right, for $47. Which again, this is not available to you guys right now. So I'm gonna wait, okay, miss commissions, right, lose out. And this is a thing to understand, guys. Pre-launch is not for everybody, right? The reason why we're screening people out like this is because I know. Let me explain it to you. In pre-launch, stuff breaks, right? So I don't want like whiny people around in pre-launch, right? So like if you guys, and this is not criticizing anybody, but like whiny people, they're fun to have around if you don't have to talk to them when it's not pre-launch. But in pre-launch, stuff breaks, and if there's whiny people around, they whine, right? They're not fun to be around because it's like, dude, it's pre-launch. Your stuff's gonna break, right? So in a more public launch, those people are fine because they're happy, right? They're like, stuff works, right? But right now, see, what I do is, and this is a suggestion for all of you, if you're in Project Titan, I tell people, if you don't agree, that number one, if you're thinking, what's the refund policy? You are not allowed to join me, right? Join in 2 years when the big opportunity is gone, right? And be happy with the refunds that you get from your lack mentality, right? That's what I tell people. Now we have a refund policy, but I still tell them that because I'm like, you're not allowed to join me. No, what's the refund policy? Don't join. That's what it is, right? I also tell people, if you're not willing to, if you don't agree to me that you'll bring in 10 people in the next 21 days, I will not sponsor you. I won't do it, right? And they're like, what do you mean? You don't want my money? And I'm like, no, nope, I don't. I don't need it, don't want it, sorry, right? which takes people a little bit off guard. But the thing is this, and this is something really important to understand, right? Taking people off guard like that works, right? Actually, more people join, but when they come in, they have good expectations, right? There's a thing in marketing they call expectation conditioning, right? And what you're doing is you're actually telling people in advance what they're going to expect so it doesn't surprise them and they don't get mad and they're happy with it when they might have been mad before, right? So like if you bring people in, for example, like I'll tell you one of the problems right now with the way people have brought people in, not just to Titan, but these are people, and this is education. I want to teach you guys how to do things at a big level, right? If you bring people in and you're like just trying to get them to join, and that's the goal, right? The problem with that is they might join, but they don't do anything, right? Whereas when I bring people in, people know I'll kick them out of the group, right? If they're not working, right? Like I'll be like, I don't care, can't get a refund, you can't be in the team if you don't work, right? Like that's hardcore, you know? But the thing is because I do that, people get in and they work. It works just as well to recruit. But then people come in and they're like, they know they have to work to stay there. And if they don't work, kick them out, right? This is weird, isn't it? Right? Different way of doing things, right? But it works better. And so that's like expectation conditioning. The reason people will do it is because, look, I'm telling you, you take 100 people that are in this industry and you say, what team would you rather be in? You want to be in a team that's growing fast, doing stuff together, and they're taking action and being accountable? Or do you want to be in a lazy team, a fat team of slobs on the internet that make no money? What would you rather be in? You know what I mean? I don't want to be in the hardworking team. I mean, you know that if you're in this team, you have to work, right? There's none of this, I'm going to get in and do nothing crap. We don't put up with it, right? And that recruits a totally different kind of mindset, right? Because even if the person was thinking they're going to do that, now all of a sudden they're like, oh crap, I got to work, you know? And so that's another thing. And so when we get people started as well, I tell them I won't work with you if you don't follow the game plan. We have a 21-day plan. You need to follow that 21-day plan. And then after that, we'll talk about furthering your knowledge, right? But so I've got people, like, for example, let me give you an example, okay? I have a guy's name's James, okay? James, I love James. James is awesome. And James has struggled to bring people in on the internet for years, 2 years or something, right? Like, he's brought in a few here and there, right? And I brought him in, and I was like, dude, you have to follow this plan. You are not allowed to do internet stuff for a little bit. Now, it's going to be on the internet, but you have to do it in this way, not in the whole, I'm going to be a guru marketer way. Here's the plan, right? So James comes in, recruits somebody his first 2 hours, right? Just yesterday, he recruited another 2 people in a day. He's bringing another 2 or 3 today, right? Just by taking action, right? So I got him making money, which guess what that does? That makes it to where when he goes out and he does what we do with marketing, it works. You know what I mean? Because that's what makes marketing work, is a story, right? So that's some tips for you. But what does that bring you into, like, where things are with Project Titan, like right now, right? And this is where it is, right? Right now, there is one option that you can do in 2 ways to get involved in Project Titan. It's closing tomorrow. This is going to be the founders group, okay? This is the founders group. This is a group of people that are the founders, the first 1,000 people. Actually, if you join right now, if you're not in Project Titan yet, you will be in the first 1,000 people that ever joined out of something that will sell millions of copies of, okay? We will sell millions of, and we have more people that have gotten in now. So now we've got 14 spots left to be in the top 1,000 people, right? Like if you join it right now, you could say, I was involved in the first 1,000 people, okay? That's cool. If you think about it like this, because this is what's going to happen. You say, okay, we talked about the plan. What's the plan? Okay, well, this is what it is, right? This is what it is. We have right now 986 people, and I just refresh. They've gotten involved in Project Titan. If you're not in, Chad will get you a link and you can join, okay? So we'll bring in, tonight we'll cross over the 1,000 threshold. I would guess by the end of tonight, we'll have something like 1,030 people, something like that. By the end of tomorrow, we'll have probably 1,200. Then at midnight, we're gonna close. Now you say, why should I join now? Because if you join now, tonight, I'm going over a 21-day game plan, and I'm gonna show you how to make your money back by tomorrow. But you have to actually get into action tonight to do that. Okay. So here's the thing. Okay, we'll close the card. Check this out. We're going to train people over the weekend. That's not going to be company stuff. I'm going to do it. And you say, what are we going to train people on? I want to teach you guys how to build a big team, right? But fast, right? None of this slow crap, right? I'm going to show you guys literally all you need to know. You could know nothing and have 500 people in your team in 30 to 60 days, doing what I'm going to do, doing what I'm going to teach you on Saturday. That is after the cart closed. You won't be able to get access to this if you're not in, right? And we'll set a schedule for that later, right? But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Train people, then we'll have a reopening. We'll bring some more people in. So you say, I'll get in the reopening. Okay, miss out, right? That's somebody's prerogative to miss out on being involved in the first group, okay? And then we're going to come out. We'll gather around 2,000 people, 2,500 people, okay? Then here's what's going to happen. We're going to come out with something that's a mass market message, more of a mass market. It's not really the big mass market message because it's still opportunity affiliate stuff. And opportunity stuff is not the biggest mass market message we can have, okay? All these people are going to be trained on what to do. And because of the low cost offering of bringing people in, we're going to bring in 25,000 people in a month. Then, June 16th through 18th, we have a live cast going on from Denver, Colorado, okay? That will be the pre-launch of the actual coaching end of the product, okay? And my goal is to have, literally to have on that broadcast 50,000 people. Now, might we not do it? Well, of course we might not do it, right? But we'll at least do bigger than if we try something tiny, right? And we'll probably do something really big, right? Then here's what we're going to do. We're going to do we have a product launch that'll be a product launch and brand release. You say, what do you mean brand release? Project Titan is a code name to protect the brand, right? From affiliate damage and pre-launch, right? You don't want to take a massive, Kalatu Cloud is an actual product, okay? That's an actual product brand, right? But Project Titan is a code name to prevent us from destroying the image of the company before it's live, okay? So just to be clear, right? You guys are in before people even know the name. I won't tell you what it is, right? Because then people write blog posts about it, and it's gonna be a fresh brand, right? We've owned it for 2 years, and I've been working on that for 2 years. And that's a bigger picture than any of this stuff too. So then we go to this broadcast, the product launch, brand release, brand launch, right? And I believe that in the next 12 months, we can bring in more than 250,000 people. 12 months, okay? That's what I believe we can do. So you say, well, what's the advantage of joining now? Being in the first 1,000 people, because all those 250,000 people will come from this group. Just like the 350,000 people that have gotten Empower Now came from 35, right? But this is bigger, faster, bigger mass market message. So I've got like 5 minutes and I gotta go, okay? And I'd like to stay on longer. I can't. I gotta run and do another broadcast. And I encourage all of you to attend that broadcast too, because we'll go over more details and stuff. But here's the thing. You have two options to get involved in Titan right now. And understand, everybody here, if I was gonna tell you, if you were my brother, I would say get in. And tonight, get on the 21-day game plan and get the message into the hands of about 400 people before you go to bed, okay? I tell my brother that, so with you, I might be a little more genuine, right? But it's my brother, and I want him to win, right? And tell people, let them know, you got to get in before the cart closes tomorrow. It's your last chance, okay? And get them in, okay? That's what I would do. Because this group of people here is small, right? But never underestimate the power of a small group. See, I know what Chad has the ability to do, right? And Will is awesome, right? I know what Chad has the ability to do, okay? The ability, right? But this is a team thing. See, if you take everybody here, and by the way, the options are you get it full price, or you take the free pay option, and you can also pay off your payments with the commissions you want. It's an option, okay? Which means you can get in for like $397, 3 payments of $397. If you make a $1,094 sale, your extra commissions will pay off your balance, which will then pay your sponsor. You don't even have to understand how that works. It's the coolest shit ever, right? You can get in for $1,094, start for $397. Your option's yours, but you need to start now and pre-launch group. Now here's the thing, okay? Let's say this group of people right here, okay? Right here, there's 11 of you, okay? On here live, which is not a bad number. Okay. My first meeting started less than this, and I grew fast. You take 11 people, what can 11 people do, right? A lot. It was less than 11 people that started the central banks. I think it was only 20 people that were in the founding father. You know what I mean? There's only 5 people invited to Bill Gates' garage when he launched Microsoft to his friends, right? 11 people can do a lot. And here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing, okay? If all of you went and you got this message in the hands of 200 people tonight before you went to bed, which you could all do, okay? With doing what we teach in the 21-day game plan, I mean, the tractor plan, right? It would take you about an hour and a half, 2 hours, not more, right? This 11 people would all of a sudden be what? 200 and, no, it would be 2,200 people in 3 hours, okay? You can't get email open rates to do that, right? And those of you who've been emailing for a while, you know email is turning into a disaster, right? Like you watch people's email open rates. It's like dropping, right? And you got to do things in a new way, which is one of the reasons why we're developing our system, is to do things in a way that's more attractive. But if you do this in the next 3-4 hours tonight, okay, you could literally tomorrow on launch day, this group could bring in 50 people tomorrow. All of you could make money, $2,000 tomorrow, right? And close the cart, train everyone, okay? And that 50 people could go out and bring in 5,000 people in a month and a half. That's how you grow fast, okay? It's stuff like that. But to do things, you got to think differently to grow fast like that, right? And you got to understand that there's windows where you have to be a little bit more urgent or you'll miss out, right? And it's not like if you miss out, everyone's going to miss out. People are only going to miss out if they don't take action, if that makes sense. And so what I want to encourage you to do is to take action, take massive action and align with the team, okay? And get started for one of those two options, full price, $1,094, which is a discount, $397, 3 payments, and you could also pay it off with your commissions. That being said, I got to run. I got to prepare for another broadcast. Chad, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you all for being on here. And everybody here, okay, and Rebecca, this is normal. Not everybody shows up for things they show up to. So remember, whenever that doesn't happen, okay, what do? You go get the message in front of bigger groups of people and learn how to be better and continue to do it. People don't show up to things I tell them to show up at, and they commit to do it with me. Yeah, it always perplexes me, but sometimes stuff happens. Sometimes it's legitimate. Sometimes somebody says they're going to show up and they get in a car crash and die. Or sometimes they say they're going to show up and The Simpsons comes on instead, and all those commissions they were destined to earn go to someone else in the company that's not lazy. So guys, appreciate you, and Chad, good coming on, man. And I want to know who here wants to win big. If you want to win big, just type yes in the comments. Say you want to win big, okay? Because I would like to win with you if you want to win big, okay? Who wants to win big? 2 people. Okay, we got 3. We got 4, right? So this is my challenge for you guys, the 4, right? Go out with us, create a splash tonight. And let's lock arms and fight the forces of evil. I appreciate you guys. I got to run. Thanks for coming on. Oh, I'm going to unmute everybody. Sorry.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Thanks, Dave.
Stick around and chat with people for a few minutes. I got to pop on.
Cool. I'll give them the link for the webcast anyways.
All right, cool. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Dave.
Are there anybody that I didn't refer onto here? I don't want to throw out my link.
Hello, everybody. This is Dave Wood, and I'm talking to you.
Hey, so Troy, who's Troy? I'm not sure. I know Renee's mine. Not sure who Troy is. Anybody bring in Troy?
Nope, it wasn't me.
Anyways,
Unless they're underneath somebody else's computer, but that wasn't somebody that I spoke to.
Love you, sweet Rebecca. I feel so bad for you.
Thanks, Bridget.
Sweet girl.
I'm hanging in here.
It looks much better than she did earlier.
I know I
Yeah.
had one done.
all right.
I had one done earlier this week, and I actually had a seizure in the chair. I know what those are like.
Yeah. Yeah, Chad, what were you saying?
I put the link in the chat.